The smile that you put on the face of your girl, that's free. The smile of sense of humor when she cracks a joke for you. She cracked a joke and you just sit up there laughing and laughing and laughing. That's free. Happily married or happily solid couples don't have to necessarily be married, that I notice among us guys that meet good women in other countries, most of what these women offer us, it has no price to it. That's what a happy relationship is for many of us. It has no price on what this woman does for us. The courtesy of bringing you a drink, the courtesy of making you a meal, the courtesy of making sure that you are all right and ask you how was your day. All that stuff is absolutely free. You can't get that in the West. In some cases, yes. In most cases, no. In the West, it's about capitalism and it's about me, 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 me. She thinks like that. You think like that. And what we consider happiness, who can get the most me, 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 me from the other person? Whether she gets all she wants from you or whether you get all you want from her. We focus on the me, 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 to where in other countries with good traditions, they focus on the us, 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 we. Now, nothing is 100%, but you find in other countries, you see, how many times have you walked through in Colombia or Brazil and you see the most gorgeous women, happy as can be, with some of the most out of shape dudes, and they got 2 kids that look just like the woman, so you can tell them they kids. The boy looked just like his daddy, and the girl looked just like his mama, and they walking through the mall holding hand, and I'm talking about they in a full conversation and laughing and giggling, and I see that all the time. You ain't got to be 6 feet in these countries. You ain't got to be 6 figures in these countries. You ain't got to be 6-pack in these countries. You ain't got to be 6 inches plus long in these countries. Many of these countries, these women are like, listen, I'm happy because I'm able to make my family happy. Andrea is happy because she's able to make me happy. I'm happy because I'm able to make her happy. Jay's girl is happy because she's able to make him happy. Jay is happy because he's able to make his girl happy. You think about the other person, and much of what you can do is free, and much of what they do for you is free. That's why I said there's a difference between happiness in the United States and there's a difference between happiness in the other 96% of the world.
Girls are sneaky. Let me tell you one of the ways that we are sneaky. And you probably haven't paid attention to this. I've made a video about it before, but you know, why not remind you? Let's say you are in a public space. Party, club, bar, restaurant, mall, sidewalk, beach. Public space. Let's establish that. Is my face crooked? I need to stop looking at myself so much. It's not healthy for the mind. It is crooked though, right? Like my jaw. Anyways, you're in a public space and there are men approaching. Let's say you're standing right here, right here, looking this way. And there are men coming here, just normally passing by. And your girl does this. Or she just suddenly What do you think that means? Let's dissect it together. Dissect it down in the comments. What do you think that means? Yeah, have a good day.
She was a fairy.
You know, I don't think this post is really accurate. Funny, because I've never met a woman
who truly is in love with her man and thinks that way about him, ever. Because a woman who is truly in love with her man is not gonna find anything he does icky or gross or cringe. She's gonna love everything about him. So gentlemen, if you're with a woman and she gets the ick from something you do, she didn't really love you that much.
Black women particularly are the most educated demographic of people in the whole country. In 2023, that's an improvement because there were times where we weren't even allowed to go to school prior to, certain things being protected.
When were you not allowed to go to school? There were
women.
As a result of desegregation, they were creating black universities and things like that, which brought out the best in blacks then. And then the education that they were getting is much better than the education they're getting out of black schools because, black folks, they don't care. But the education was no good. And if you notice, the black women who are getting the so-called education, it's putting them on a false pedestal. And they think they're better than everybody. Now they're lonely, they're lost, they're angry, and nobody want to deal with them. So they got worse rather than getting better.
I completely disagree.
But educated women don't make for good wives and good mothers.
I completely disagree with that.
Why is that?
It's just not true. It's sexist. It's a lot of misogyny in there, and it's just not true.
What's not true about that?
Why does education stop you from being a good mother?
Because a woman that's educated, she thinks she's equal to a man. Because a woman that's educated think that she should work and not be at home raising his children and clean, keep the house going and things like that. And educated women don't care about the children. They're going to throw them off in a daycare center just so they can get their ego fulfillment. So they don't really make for good wives and good mother.
Yeah, I completely disagree with that. My mother was very educated. She went to school. She raised me well. So now I, too, have a master's degree. I have my pick of the litter. There are plenty of men that want me. I can guarantee you that. And I have my own business, so it works.
But not
Are you saying that women who have education can't raise their kids?
Right.
Why?
Because they on an ego trip. They trying to go to prove that they're like a man.
Who raised?
Well, why get married if you don't love your husband, your children enough to stay home and watch over his children?
I don't even want children, so
you don't want
I'm gonna
children?
be married with my husband, traveling the world, and live my best life.
So why get married then?
I was raised by a married woman.
But she didn't stay home,
So,
right? She didn't stay home and raise you.
what's your
I
point?
rest my case. You get divorced while you were young?
Yeah,
While you were still living at home?
correct.
Oh, I thought you said you were raised by both parents.
For a little bit. Then I got
So you
divorced.
weren't raised by both parents. See, I told you, educated women don't make for good wives and good mother.
disagree.
And now you're an adult. If you got married, number one, you're not going to obey your husband. Number two, you don't want to have children. There's no reason to get married.
To you.
So you can party by yourself like that. You have friends, and you can take your male friends with you and everything.
To you.
Isn't that right? Since she got married, she obey her husband and stay home and raise his children.
I believe she should do whatever she wants. That's what I believe.
And not what he wants.
Correct.
What do you believe? Do you personally believe that a woman should obey her husband?
I don't like the word obey.
You don't like the word obey, you say?
Yeah, obey sounds, again, I believe women are equal to men, so we're just going to disagree on that.
And so what's wrong with the word obey?
Because obey sounds like an authority.
It is.
And I
A
don't
dictator.
Yeah, and my husband
And being
should not
supposed to
be a dictator.
dictate in the home.
Completely disagree.
Really?
absolutely.
Are you a Christian?
Yeah, I grew up Christian.
Well, Christ said that a woman should obey her husband. Was he wrong too?
Sure.
Christ was wrong?
Yeah.
The God you believe in was wrong when he said that.
Sure.
Amazing.
Measuring him 1 out of 10.
I'm not sexually attracted to black men. I only like white men and black women.
Canceled.
Now, as a black man who is beloved by the Snow Bunnies, truth is you can't win them all. And women have preferences, and those preferences are shaped through their exposure, behaviors, experiences, familiarity, and even family over the course of their lives. And as a black guy who has dated plenty of white women, I've realized that white women who are only into black men overall tend to be more promiscuous. Now, this is interesting on her part because she is a literal P-star. She has OnlyFans. I don't know why there's a correlation there. It's just purely based on what I've noticed. But overall, I see this as a W for her, a W for me, and a W for all the other black guys out there. Because guess what? There are plenty enough to go around. So choose the woman who chooses you.
And once again, a man is expected to hear this, take this, and be like, yeah, well, it's fine. It's okay, cool. And be good with it. But if a man were to say, well, I would like a woman like this. Misogynistic? Do I hear patriarchy? Do I hear insecurity? It's giving, you're a bum and you're broke and you could never afford a woman like me.
Why do you expect men to save women? Men to understand women's past? Men to understand women's stories? When these women say they don't want a broke guy, do they even care to understand that, okay, maybe this guy was born from poor parents. Maybe this guy came from a family, would say, a family with no connections whatsoever. Do they ask themselves, maybe this guy was an orphan? Do they ask themselves, maybe this guy is not able to catch a break? Do they ask themselves that? They still want what? A rich man. They don't give a shit about your story. Why should men give a shit about women's stories?
I'm financially celibate.
Oh, wow. You're financially celibate?
I'm waiting until marriage until I spend on somebody. So when it comes to intimacy, obviously you told me that you're celibate, right? You're waiting until marriage.
Yes, I'm abstinent.
You're abstinent. Mm-hmm. Okay. So what's the difference?
So celibacy is when you don't plan on ever having sex. Abstinence is when you are waiting until marriage to have sex.
Okay. Because, I'm financially celibate.
Oh, wow. You're financially celibate?
I'm waiting until marriage until I spend on somebody.
That's your preference?
Well, yeah. Do you think that works?
For you?
Like, if you're abstinent, but I'm over here just spending and is literally just trying to woo you, try to pursue you, you get the security and then we get your body.
So a man courting a woman, a man taking a woman on a date is not a transaction for sex. That's new age. I believe that a man should court a woman, and if it costs you a date, if it costs you an experience, that's just what it costs.
Do you truly believe that you'll be able to find a man that is not only financially secure, but actually makes more money than you?
I don't believe I have to find a man for anything. I believe he will find me.
So do you believe that the man would be able to find you when it comes to that financial security? Because, you a boss at the end of the day. So it's to be able to maybe try to have that man to find you at such a rate who you are so successful, that can be a little bit sometimes not problematic, but that can be a challenge.
Yes, it's a challenge, but that's not a challenge for me. That's something that God is going to do. God is going to provide. God is going to arrange that, because that's how it works. I don't have to worry about it because I know that God knows how faithful I am. He knows the plan he has for my life and the man that he has for me. And I don't believe in looking for a man. I don't believe in searching for a man. I fully believe that whoever knows that they need me in their life, they will find me.
But is there going to be ever a chance where later on in life where you may even want to date somebody who makes less than you? Or that's just that's a non-negotiable?
I don't mind dating a man that makes less than me because it's not really about the number for real. And I do believe in traditional marriage to where we will have a bank account together. So it doesn't really matter to me as long as you're financially stable and can take care of yourself, then everything will be okay. And I know that we are growing together at the same pace or, just actively growing.
I don't think women should get into a relationship with bums. I think it's okay for you to look at what a man makes. But I think for a lot of modern women, they discount the man if he doesn't meet a certain threshold. And the threshold is usually very high. Something that what a lot of men say is very delusional. There's not a lot of men that make that. You need to widen your search. You keep on going to Hinge. Well, I can't find anybody. Well, there must be some more men on this website or this app. They're not going to be there because statistics, they don't exist. Statistics are showing us that they don't exist. And even without statistics, they're not there. I was going to say when she was talking about, well, I believe God is going to send me a man. It's like, yeah, maybe, but he's not going to send you somebody that is according to what you want. He's going to send you somebody according to what you need. And that's different because you're going to see some things that, when you're getting to know them, it's going to be a weird thing because you're going to be talking to them. You're going to be getting to know them. Oh, hey, how's it going? They're going to pop up on your radar. Y'all might start talking. You may start as friends. You may start as a romantic interest, right? Hey, let's go on a date. Hey, so-and-so introduced me to X, Y, and Z. And, we went to lunch one day. So my mom and my dad met. Pastor was like, hey, take her to lunch. And my dad was like, I'm not doing that. And then I think it came down to another, maybe a couple of weeks or so later that he did actually end up taking her to lunch. They actually went out for a little while, broke up. She kind of started back doing her own thing again. And then, you know, my dad he was already moving around doing his own thing. And, you know, pastor said, hey, you need to take her to lunch again. And they just, you know, kind of got back together and been married for 40 years, 41 years. So yeah, you know, it's a mix and match thing. You might find somebody, or God might send you somebody to where you say, I don't know about this. I really like him over here. I really, really, really like this about him. But I don't know about this. I don't know about that. And really, a lot of times it's you're saying, I'm not certain of what this is or how this is going to go. And so you rather, in your human way of thinking, cross them off because you ain't for sure. You don't know. But the more and more you talk to them, the more and more like the things that you thought mattered, you be like, man, hey, this is a really good person, man. I really like this person because they do this, and this. And people will be talking to you. They might say, oh, well, they don't have this, or well, they don't have that. And you'd be like, yeah, no, man, it don't matter because they give me X, Y, and Z. And the things that you're describing that they give you will be your needs. And you might have written down a list of things that you needed, but it'll be what you actually needed. And then you'll start to, over time, being with that person, see, oh, shoot, this is actually what I wanted. Because sometimes what you want is misdirected. It's misguided. You think that you want something. But over time, seeing that person give you what you need, you relax. And then you say, shoot, this person is not only giving me what I need, they're actually giving me what I want. That's crazy. And even still, you might be in a marriage running because, you know, we're still people and our brains get a little fogged, but you might start to realize, wait a minute, this is the life that I wanted. This is what I was looking for. So I think a lot of women, you got to be very careful about what you're looking into. You got to be very, very careful what you're looking for, what you need, right? That takes a lot of critical thought. That takes a lot of evaluation, a lot of honesty, self-awareness, a lot of thinking. You might be talking to yourself, I want this, I'm looking for that. There's a whole bunch of ways that you can do it. But, you know, I don't hate her answers. You know, a lot of women, when he said that, she might have been, you know, kind of trying to say he was sassy or insecure. But she was like, oh, okay, well, if that works for you. And to explain her situation or how she understands courting, you know, I think a lot of men can get behind that.
You're a mean one, Mr. Grin. You really are a heel. You're as cuddly as a cactus. You're as charming as a bee.
You know, I could just get on here and say a bunch of mean things, which I'm going to, but that's not going to be my main point. But if you're out here and you're playing sports and, you know, you want everybody to be convinced that, you know, fat is healthy and everybody can be an athlete and we can do everything that you can do, then you should probably be able to do it. You shouldn't get outran to first base by the shortstop, and you wouldn't if you weren't 150 pounds overweight, right? But the real problem lies a little bit deeper, and it actually has to do with the caption. She said, this is what poor sportsmanship looks like. Poor sportsmanship is not running out your hit. You stopped running. You stopped putting in effort before he commit to outrunning you to the base. You stopped putting in effort when he was still about to throw the ball. You gave up early. You quit early, and then he made you look like a fat moron. Poor sportsmanship is not running out the hit. You gave up, and now you're playing the victim. It's kind of poetic, isn't it? That you gave up, and now you're playing the victim, which is what we see all of the time with fat people. They give up on themselves, and now they play the victim. I'm 400 pounds, and society doesn't accept me, and they don't make clothes in my size, and wah, wah, wah. Yeah, they shouldn't make clothes in your size, all right? Clothes are for people. This is not a normal thing for a human being. We shouldn't have to cater society around every single one of your insecurities. This should be a wake-up call to you. You shouldn't be whining about how mean he is. You should be thanking him. Hey, before I didn't realize how much my weight was a problem, and then you outran me to first base from the shortstop position. What a wake-up call. I should probably lose weight. You should be able to run out this hit to first base. Yeah, he might have thrown it. You might have been out, but at least it would have been an athletic maneuver. But instead,
you're 150 pounds overweight and he outruns you and you look like a fool. And now you're going to play the victim? This is your fault. Fat people always want to play the victim. Oh, it's society's fault. It's everybody else's fault. Oh, well, work is hard and my schedule and I can't meal plan and I can't do this or that. It's literally only your fault. Nobody else is responsible for what happened here besides her.
I'm tired of seeing men get taken advantage of. Like, if you commit to a relationship, you're committing to setting aside your happiness. Okay? I'm so tired of hearing about all these men sacrificing their happiness, but their women's not.
I pray that this type of love finds you all. This is just a little reminder that there are still good women out there, fellas. She's not a unicorn. They do exist. And if you're ever going to find one, you're going to have to truly believe that at some point. You're going to have to stop saying things like all women are trash, because that belief system is going to filter out every chance of you ever spotting the good ones, and guarantee that you always find the ones that ruin your life. Guarantee that every relationship you get into is going to end in misery and despair. And I don't think you want that, do you?
Can I borrow that? Oh.
What, this?
Well, the heartbreaking device. Uh-oh.
That's fine.
Okay. Why are you breaking the heart?
You seem very fun. You're obviously a little batty. You got a little attitude. You're cute. All that stuff. I couldn't come home to my family and friends and be like, "Hey, I got this girl. She's got 4 kids by 3 different men." It just wouldn't work for me. You feel me? So it's
That's
not
fair.
like, it's not for everyone, but it's not for me. So I'm
That's
trying to build my own family.
Very nice.
But she is someone that's your type aesthetically?
Oh yeah. No, you're cute. You're cute as hell.
I'll take it.
Put it on. Is he someone that's your type?
Yeah, he was. I'll take it. He does.
We'll leave it at that. We'll leave it at that. We'll leave it at that.
Always till I open my mouth. I don't know what it is.
No, it's not that.
Keep
It
it real.
wasn't your mouth. It wasn't the things that you said.
Fair.
Not a great place to be.
What'd you say?
Not a great place to be.
Rude.
There wasn't rude. Standing in front of those things is rude as well. Singing to yourself.
You could have just said, "Excuse me."
You didn't have to.
Okay, so wait, being rude, I got this. Being rude to me is better? I bet you wouldn't say that to a guy. Would you? Why don't you say it to my husband?
I thought she got it. She's not in the way. If you needed something like that.
Look at this one.
Wait a second, excuse me.
What's wrong? Nothing now because the guy said something?
What's rude is you training in front of the dumbbell rack like you own the place. You should have enough gym experience to know that's not what you do.
I bet you wouldn't say it to a guy. And then he proceeded to say it to a guy. He didn't say anything disrespectful. He didn't call you out of your name. He said, "This is not the place to be." And you know that this is not the place that you should be. You're standing right in front of the dumbbell rack where people need to be. Why would you do that? I was in the store the other day. Man was standing right in front of the section where people need to get. If I would have snapped on him, then it would have been a problem. Bro, why are you standing right there? Move out the way. Get the heck out of the way. And he's standing there like a zombie, like he's checking out a product. And I'm guessing he's not shopping for somebody. He's trying to get some confirmation is what it looked like he was doing. He's trying to get confirmation. And instead of stepping out of the way so people can get to where they need to get the grocery or the item that they need to get, he's standing right in front of it. Like, bro, move out the way. I get my item, and then I'm walking away. My man then wants to run up on me, run behind me, want to speed past me, all in my way now. That's annoying, and you know you should not be doing that. That's inconsiderate, and that's rude of you to do that. Period. So no, he did not need to do that. I bet you wouldn't. Shut your stupid behind up. Bro, I understand you got to take care of your wife, and you got to protect your wife, and you got to stand up for your wife. But when y'all get in the car, hey, babe, well, I'm going to set up, well, babe, you know, what happened next time? Maybe just like set up somewhere else. So you won't be, so people can't say you'll be in this, this, and this. You got to learn to take correction. I know in the moment you was getting defensive and you probably didn't want to hear that. But take correction.
You know what's funny is that in most cases, women are still going to sit there and say that the man still has to pay in the comments. They're still going to say it. They're going to say that he has to pay. And of course, the answer for him is that he is going to pay. Because if he invited her, then it would just be simple etiquette to go ahead and pay for the meal that you invite someone to. However, there will be women out there that make way more money than the man she's dating or the man she's married to or that she's in a committed relationship with. And yet she would still demand that he takes care of her. Like, it's crazy because I'm seeing this happen where, like, in real time, I have seen this happen where women have said that my money is my money and his money is our money. And this is why a lot of relationships and a lot of marriages fail, is because people have gotten so damn selfish that they don't even know what it means to actually be there for someone or to even be selfless at all in any form. They don't know what it's like to be caring or nurturing anymore. It's me, 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 it's me, me, me. It's the new version of self-care. Me, me, me. It's all about me. There's been many occasions where I have paid for the meal. I have helped my husband with a car note that was his. I have helped him with things that he needed help with because I'm like, hello? Like, it's not just me that you have to do this for. I have to do this for you too because I care about you. Like, whatever happened to that? But then women would argue that that is bad. If a man is not so well established and got his whole together, it is all kinds of bad. When you need to actually step back for a second and allow the man to become established. They don't come built in like that. They have to work their way through that. And you are supposed to be the support. But I guess that's not the thing, right? And all you dumb broads want to do is go for the same guy, you know, the 1%, literally the 1%. You guys want him, just know that you're going to have to share him. It's ridiculous.
I have a question for you. Who brings words faster, men or women?
Men, of course. What you mean? What type of question is that?
Why you say that?
Check it out. There was this lady, right? I seen a video of this lady.
Mhm.
She had a potato sack. You know what a potato sack is?
Yes.
Okay, so she went up to one of her friends and said, listen, I can give you 3 oranges out of here if you could guess what's in this potato sack. You know what she guessed?
What?
Potatoes.
Okay, and what was in it?
The reason is illegal is because if we start legally charging, men will no longer be able to convince us that we should be giving it away for free.
Okay, so first of all, you wasn't really thinking, because you've never given men anything for free, if we're being totally honest. It has either cost us in money, time, energy, or sanity. Okay? And as far as y'all being able to sell it legally, if you were able to do that, men would no longer date, cohabitate, or marry you. The standard is the standard.
A woman who is ready to cheat has already cheated. She knows who she's going to cheat with, when she's going to cheat, and where. Because women always plan ahead. She already started the argument with you in advance, so she doesn't have to answer the phone when you call, because she's already mad at you. So you're not going to question her not answering the phone, because why the hell would I answer the phone if we just had this big fight and you know I'm mad at you? Right? Women gain what they want and what they need from men, not through hard work. And yes, there's plenty of us with all the degrees and the master's degrees and the bachelor's degrees and all of those things. But women typically gain what they want and what they need from men, not from hard work. If she feels she's not getting any perks from you, then you know she's going to cheat. And she's going to find some perks someplace else, believe me.
Cheating. From the female perspective to the male perspective. Cheating is an organized crime, well planned, well thought through, and executed to the letter. That is why, in my word, there's no second chance after you just cheated. I don't give a damn how long we've been together. I don't give a damn what is your status in my life.
A lot of women today act like escorts. If a man has to pay you for your time in order to go out with you, then you're an escort, okay? Because us regular girls are not charging men money to take us out on a date. Like,
And I wouldn't. You know what I mean? It's like, if I'm dating, let's go play tennis if you play tennis. Let's go play some basketball. Let's do something fun together and get to know each other. I wouldn't want somebody taking me to a restaurant just so I could eat lobster tail for $400.
Why do men get full coverage options while women wear less? In beach volleyball and track, for example, male designated uniforms are long tank tops and long shorts, while women are forced to wear bikinis and what they call bums. Same sport, completely different standards. If minimal gear improved performance, then men would wear it too. But they don't. Difference isn't performance, it's outdated standards. Female athletes deserve to choose what gives them confidence in comfort.
Yeah, so nobody's forcing these women to wear these uniforms. If you see them in one of these outfits, it's most likely because they chose to wear this. In fact, the International Federation of Volleyball made it a rule that these women need to have more options, which I support. But when you look at female handball in Norway, for example, these women fought and protested to have more options just for 99% of them to wear the bikinis anyway. It's like, you tell them to wear more clothes, it's an issue. You let them wear less clothes, it's still an issue for some reason. Damn if you do, damn if you don't. Not everything has to be some feminist literature novel fight to the death. And your lack of research on this topic shows that you aren't taking it seriously. So why should everybody else?
They can. Pim Kabul, Dalilah Muhammad. I think Shelly Ann Fraser Price. Let me see real quick. That's Fem Kabul right there. See her shorts come to I can't remember where she's from. I don't know why it's slipping my mind. She got a man too. That's a man right there. She be out there running, bruh. She's fast. That's her right there at the Olympics. Maybe not the Olympics. Diamond League. Yeah. That's Dutch. That's what she is. She's Dutch at the Diamond League. Okay, and that woman's fast. So you can wear whatever you want to, right? Let me see if I can find Shelly Ann. Now this is slightly shorter, but it's not undergarments, right? So this is her on the left with her team. I'm not familiar with those three ladies. I've never really seen them. I guess I need to start kind of getting back into the game a little bit. I ain't seen them in a while. Yeah, that's Shelly Ann right there. So it's a coverage option there too. I don't know what she doing. She always extra, so that don't surprise me. Sydney McLaughlin, you can kind of see it right there. She's right by the world record. Let me see if I can. Well, you can kind of see right here. She got shorts on, so you can pick whatever you want to pick. And she's really into church and stuff like that too. So you can kind of pick. That's her husband right there. Yeah, right there. Shows she wears whatever she wants to wear. I want to say, why is it slipping my mind right now? Ating Mu. Looks like she just got married. Congratulations. Good looking. Good looking. Okay, I see you. I see you. Okay, I see you. This is her on the track. Okay. I see you. I see you with your little ring. Okay, go ahead, then. Go ahead, then. Okay, I see you. All right. That's a nice backdrop. I ain't gonna lie to you. Might be in a vineyard somewhere. Good for you, man. But yeah, that's her practicing. Shooting for Nike. Looks like. Cool. Really dope photos. But she's wearing whatever she wants to wear, to be honest with you. You can, whatever you want to wear, you can wear. It's not men, is my point. It's not men trying to hold you down or force you to do anything that you don't want to do. That's you doing that.
If you're coming over to my house and we both got work the next day, please do not expect us to be having a full-fledged conversation. Just be ready to get fed, cleaned, and cracked by 10:30. Thank you.
I genuinely believe women should propose to men. Here's why, okay? Look at what a girl gets to benefit from getting my hand in marriage. The question is, what do I benefit? What do I get, right? If you look at it on paper, I risk losing half of everything I own. I risk having to pay spousal support, child support if it doesn't work out. So like, I'm gonna go ask the woman to then have me by the balls, because if she walks away, I lose 50% of everything. Does that make sense to you guys? No. So women should prove to the man why you could trust her with having access to 50% of everything and a certain percentage, by the way, in California, it's almost 30% of your income for life. Okay, for life. Why? Why would I do that? You know, all the richest women in the world, all the billionaires with the exception of like Taylor Swift and 3 others, okay? Every female billionaire became a billionaire by divorcing a guy. So why would these idiots, men, go propose to a woman who literally risks it all? You're risking your entire life's work for marriage, so I'm going to beg her to take all my... It's the dumbest thing I've ever seen. Women should propose to men and prove to men why they should even give them access to their world.
Now, you have to remember that Vogue is a magazine with an almost exclusively female audience, and the entire basis of the article, and the ideology in which it participates, more on that later, is that women who celebrate and promote, which are forms of valuing, their relationships with men, are cringeworthy. So the author, in no way, shape, or form, is going to suggest that anything that women do has anything whatsoever to do with men, which is a pretty conspicuous omission. Like pretending that half the human race doesn't exist and that men's attention and attraction has nothing to do with the choices that women make is frankly solipsistic and delusional. It's also just not true. Women who publicly post their relationships often do want to straddle 2 worlds. One, where they receive the social benefits of having a partner, yes, and another where they receive the social benefits of being single. That's what they're doing. Relationship posts, especially as the man in question is attractive and or high status, redound to the woman's own attractiveness and get her parents off her back, while self-focused individual posts, like selfies, indicate that the woman is free, unaccompanied, and center stage, which can come with a great deal of validation and attention online.
Alright, let's consider a few elements here. The dress is quite revealing, looking like you're going on a date night with your husband. The fact that you said you're talking about a husband. And the fact that this nice romantic music is playing. One thing's for certain, 2 things for sure. Boy moms ain't never beating the allegations. Why would you even think this is kind of appropriate?
Men, I pray and hope this love never finds you.
No.
Now, there's three ways to look at this, and I'm gonna break it down real quick. The first way, he up, she mad at him, he proposing to her to win her back, and it's not working. He probably cheated a whole bunch of times. He probably not on his something wrong, and she not jacking him. Second way is she ain't, and he's just a cuck and a simp, and he's trying to rent her heart by proposing to her, thinking that shit gonna work, and it's definitely not gonna work because you see the look on her face. And three, I'll give her the benefit of the doubt. Maybe she just shy, doesn't like public, proposals or anything like that. And she's a little scared and nervous and doesn't want to say no in front of everybody. She really does like the guy and love him and actually does want to get proposed to. But hey, what do y'all think? Me personally, I think he don't get the picture. She ain't jacking you, bro. And you want to get married. Pack it up.
Yeah, I'm hoping that she's nervous because it doesn't look great. I mean, if she's having that reaction, I like the other theory that you talked about where maybe he messed up and now he's saying, okay, well, we've been going on 20 years. Let's go ahead and tie the knot. You know what I mean? It looked like they already got a son down there, or maybe that's not their son. I don't know. It looked like he might have said something earlier on, or done something that she didn't like, and so now she like, oh, this. But I don't even know if you would react like that upon knowing that he's now proposing. I would think, depending on what it was, a proposal might knock you out of that attitude.
Women's sexuality peaks in their 40s.
Because there's no judgment in 40. In 40s, you're like, whatever is this?
There's a lot of 40-plus-year-old hot girls out here. They out at the clubs.
Those women be the women that the young women be pissed about. Because the young dudes who don't got nothing be sleeping with the cougars. And the younger women be like, oh, you out there these cougars, this is why won't settle down. And then those women be mad at men. Well, you realistically should be mad at the 40-year-old virgin that just decided she wanted to bust it open. And not only do they be busting it, they be spending that bread too.
If I was single, I would do that too.
If you were single, what?
Get yourself in trouble.
If you were single, what? I thought we was never not gonna be together. Now all of a sudden, if she was single, if I was single, I'll be anybody. You want me to sit there for that? There's no if you were single.
So my 40-year-old friends.
The young girls been doing it for a minute. I'm gonna find me an old dude who never had money. Now he got money. And
got a little money in his late 30s.
And I'm gonna let him splurge on me, take me on some yachts. Not gonna marry him.
Yeah.
That's why I'm happy I got married. Nobody gonna bamboozle me. I spend this money, I'm getting smashed. I'm smashed.
Period. That's a fact.
Listen, the next time you think about getting a BBL, tell them do not forget the arms. You still looking like you cook good greens on Sunday. Don't forget the arms. Good hog maw, sweet potato cooking ass, just big with a tiny waist. You look crazy as hell.
The biggest mistake women make is confusing a man's patience for weakness. They see his calm, his self-control, his ability to stay composed when she's escalating. Yeah. And they think he doesn't care, that he's passive. Yeah. Wrong. A man with real discipline isn't holding back because he's weak. He's holding back because he's strong enough to know what happens if he doesn't. That self-control took years of emotional regulation. Testosterone paired with wisdom. Every time you test that patience, every time you push boundaries to see if he'll react, you're not proving he loves you. You're teaching him you don't respect the restraint he's shown. Right. Men don't forget that. Psychology backs this up. When a man feels chronically disrespected, his testosterone drops. His desire fades. He doesn't explode. He goes quiet. That calm isn't indifference. It's protection. Choosing silence over chaos. If you're with a man who stays calm when you're emotional, who doesn't match your energy when you're testing him, honor that. That's not weakness. That is maturity. Yeah. Keep mistaking his self-control for something you can push against, and you'll lose him long before you realize what you've had.
Traveling around the world, dealing with a lot of different kind of women from different age group, is a secure man. To consider his silence for ignorant or boring, you're mistaken. A man who knows his worth and know that he's capable of doing a lot of things that is not common among men. Be careful with that kind of man.
Every single natural system is female-led. There are no exceptions. Life itself is feminine-led. So, it's an easy fix.
I don't know why with ChatGPT available that you can't just Google or ask ChatGPT, what are some things that women lead? What are some things that women are good at? Instead of come out here and just making stuff up. Just making it up. It's not even true. Just nonsense. Why would you come up on here and say that?
To do with flirting.
I'm so sorry to interrupt. I actually really like Kira. I kind of just want to.
You like
okay
Kira?
if I just match with her right away, we just leave.
I'm not. Well, it's all about a real one and connections. If I'm not against it,
she's amazing. Like I just want to just stop this and just take her. You know.
I'm not totally against it. Kira, what are your thoughts?
How much do you make?
How much do I make?
Oh, wow, that's a
real question. I actually don't know the number. I bartend and I serve right now, and I'm trying to act.
I don't want it. Sorry.
You don't want her either, dog.
Okay.
She wants money. Come on. I'm also trying to do modeling and acting too.
Does that work? Oh, that's a red flag too.
Why you gotta be with other girls? I just want you to myself. Oh.
Oh,
You have girl cousin?
You know what? The shit.
Whoa. Okay. Are you for real?
Yeah. Bye.
Oh.
Yeah.
Bye.
Okay.
Bye.
I'm sorry, my boy. Okay. Well, we'll continue on the topic. That was a little awkward. Flirting, cheating, but that's what happens with the real one. We'll take a quick commercial break.
And honestly, I think he did the right thing. It looked like she really wanted attention. She was looking for somebody to spend a little money on her. You don't want to be involved in that, dude. Just get up and leave. It might be a little bit awkward. Might feel a little bit crazy, like, did I go overboard? But, you know, at this point, unless you want to stay there, and I won't fault you for doing that either, but hey, man, I'm going to take my leave. I'm gonna go ahead and go.
Let me get this straight. Men either have to accept micro cheating and being cheated on, or be considered toxic, insecure, and controlling. Because what do you mean you have your butt cheeks on the internet for yourself? Because what do you mean you're posting a gym selfie to see your progress for yourself? What do you mean you have guys in your DMs asking you for dates and sending you money, but that's just how it is because you're an Instagram model and men need to accept this? Because what do you mean you have OnlyFans? And what do you mean you want to go on a girls trip where you turn off your location, where you don't communicate the entire trip, and you want to go with a bunch of your single friends? What do you mean you're sending provocative photos on Snapchat and there's no proof of it because it gets deleted? But again, that's just for you and your eyes only. What do you mean you spend hours on end getting outside validation from other men? But that's right. If your man actually calls you out on this behavior, or he feels uncomfortable, now he is insecure, he's controlling, and he's, toxic, even though you're essentially cheating on him. Okay, bye.